And welcome back to my kitchen, where I have been doing a lot of this type of content lately. And I'm not even a cooking YouTube channel, but hey, whatever. Tonight, today, tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing pulled pork. So I'm gonna smoke a pork butt and some ribs. Stick around, see what you might like. Alright, here we go. Here's what I got. So these are the ribs left over from the last one. Not as much as I thought those were gonna be. I trimmed off a lot of fat because the last ones didn't turn out great because of too much fat on it. But I'll probably pick up some more tomorrow to add to this. Ribs are great because you don't have to give them a whole lot of prep time. Now don't get me wrong, the longer you give them, the better they tend to be. But you can still get some really good ribs out of an hour ahead of time prep. I.e. cutting them, injecting them, let them soak a little bit, and then putting the rub on there and slapping them on the smoker. And then we have a 10.5 pound butt, bone in, right there. I got the fat cap facing up, that's the way I do things. I'm gonna score the fat. I don't trim a lot of fat off my butts because it helps keep it moist and gives it flavor. I know a lot of people trim most of it off or a good chunk of it off. Now if I have a cap that thick, yeah, I'm gonna trim that son of a bitch off. But this ain't bad. So that'll help it breathe some. Alright, now I think I'm done with that, but just in case. My marinade, injection, whatever, which we went over last time. Apple juice, apple cider vinegar, pineapple juice, and a little bit of whiskey. And some Dales. Out of apple juice, and I put the Dales back in the fridge. So, injector number 1, injector number 2. So let's go with this one. Anybody for a lobotomy? Now, do you have to do this? No, you don't. But it doesn't hurt. It actually gives it some good flavor. It helps break the meats or the connective tissues down. And I'll go in from this side, I'll go in from this side. Just make sure you get a good selection or a good spread. Be careful of hitting the bone. Don't want to damage this thing. These things aren't cheap. I've seen people with these big giant needles they stick in there and then they have this pump on a bucket. And maybe if you're doing whole hog, but I mean I've seen them do it with just butts and brisket. But they also are professional world champion barbecuers. Oop. They make money doing this. So, there's that. And then the ribs, which you've seen. So, without further ado, we'll move on to the next step after when I come back. Morning. Most important thing in the morning.
Coffee.
I've got my little assistant here. Say hi, Jack.
Hi.
So,
I think I might give me some coffee after this.
getting ready to rub the butts, or butt and ribs. You ready?
No.
Hmm?
No.
You're not ready? You wanted to help.
Come on, Rosie. Shoot. Go. Go away. There's nothing on these gloves.
Start rubbing.
Okay.
Thank God child labor laws don't extend to the home.
Oh, that smells gross.
It's just mustard.
I know the mustard smells gross. That's why I was saying that.
You gotta get it all over. Put it down there.
Okay. I'm gonna get me new gloves.
No.
Oh, this is cold. How can I still feel it?
Watch out. Look, right here.
And on the sides.
Hmm.
And on the back. And on these sides again. Good.
Normally I just do this on the cutting board, but I'm going to do it in the pan. Because we're only doing one, so.
You know I could have just used this one. Okay.
Right there. Now, I'm gonna leave that to him for a minute. The rub, same thing as last time.
Now I'm getting new gloves.
No, you don't need new gloves, son.
Please can I wash my hand? My arm?
When you're done, we're almost done.
Okay.
So take it, rub that stuff in. Just worry about the butt right now. I'm not really worried about the ribs. The ribs aren't going in until later.
Please don't call it that. Or I think.
The shoulder.
Thank you.
He doesn't like the term pork butt.
I think I'm actually, if I hear that again, I think I'm actually gonna bark.
Okay, son. Get the sides. You want it in. So, like I said, make sure you get on the sides and everything. Okay, now.
And on the back and on the side.
Flip
And then
it
flip it over.
and do it all again.
Yay!
Cool. Now. So make sure you get it on the back and the side and the front.
And that. God, my head is getting really itchy. I'm not gonna scratch it because I can't really.
A little bit of something extra. I'm going to put this on first.
It's okay. Accidents happen. Jeez Louise, I'm gonna wash my arm. My hands.
You're going to go take a shower here in a minute.
Why?
As I said so. And that's it for now. We're going to let it sit so everything caramelizes while I get the pit ready. I won't bore you with that one either because you've seen me do it. But the sugars in here are going to break down and caramelize and get into that meat really good with those seasonings. Alright guys, see you in a bit. And now we're at the pit. Got it at a good 235, 240 up here. What I'll normally do is I'll take my electric thermometer stick it through like a lemon and stick it on the grill, because you're about 5 to 10 degrees cooler on the actual surface. So we're gonna take that. Everybody has their different way. I prefer to have that fat side up. Take some of this extra there. And then we'll spread these out because I'm not going to put these on quite yet, because this rub's a little bit spicier. So I'm going to dilute it with some sugar to put on the ribs. But I'm going to put a little bit more of that rub on that butt. So those flavors can get through that fat and go down through it. We'll see what happens in a couple hours. So it's time to sauce the ribs. All I do is I take a generic sauce from the store because I haven't got good enough or spent the time to figure out how to make my own. I use Sweet Baby Ray's for the most part, or Jack Daniels. Now I take some of the injection that I use and mix it in there, thin it out. Also put some of the rub on there. In there, I mix it in and get all this smoke out. So that's all that extra meat that I haven't shown y'all. If you want to see that, go watch my TikToks. Take this. Chainmail barbecue brush, because it's really easy to clean. Spread that crap all over. And then let it cook some more, because you want that stuff to cook on there. Everybody has their own way of doing things. This is mine. If you've never done this and you want to try it, experiment. You can start with me as a baseline and work your way to what you like. Alright, I'll show you what happens next. So as you can tell, it's gotten dark, so that means it's getting a little late. Do something I normally don't do on something like this. A lot of people do, I don't. I'm going to pull the butt. It's a 150, you want it around 160, 65, 170. And I'm going to stick it in the oven and let it finish. If you pull it at 160, 165 and let it rest, it'll cook the rest of the way on its own. So, I'm going to take it, I'm going to stick it in a pan, I'm going to wrap it, I'm going to stick it in the oven. Let's do it. Look at that thing. I'm gonna take, I'm gonna put a little bit of that juice in there that I have left over from the injection. Wrap it in some aluminum foil and let it cook for a little until it's done.
Hi, if you have suggestions or questions, leave them in the comments. We do read them. If you like what you see, like this video. And if you want to see more, subscribe. And if you want to hear when a new video comes out, hit the bell notification. And if you know someone that might like this, share it to them.